Her Instagram feed is my fashion inspiration, and she's somebody who I totally look up to because I feel she personifies grace and elegance. Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Hesha Chima, and joining us for a conversation on the show today is Sonam Kapoor.
Hi guys, hi.
Hey, how are we doing today?
Very good, very well.
You know, I want to start off this conversation by actually asking you who really got you into fashion? Was it your mum or was it Ria?
My sister is younger than me, so I think I might have gotten Ria into fashion.
But were you always a fashion girl?
Always. My mom was actually a fashion designer, and she kind of, was always interested in fashion. My Masi was as well, and my Nani was as well. And so we were always surrounded by like fashionable people, and that's how I know Anamika and Abujani, Sandeep Khosla and all, because they were all my mom's contemporaries. So seeing Sandy and Tarun and all of that, I've grown up with them. So fashion was always something that I loved. And, when you're a young baby girl and you're looking at your mom dressing up or dressing models up, it's quite amazing.
It's a vibe, I feel.
Yeah.
But, Sonam, I want to tell you this, as one fashion girl to another, sometimes we're often like looked down upon or considered to be fickle because we're fashionable, or maybe we might not be intelligent, but that's so not true, right? I want to know what's your take on that.
I think, women in general get that. I don't think it matters what you wear or what you look like. I think women in general, especially in our industry, which is the media, if you're feminine or extra, and then women feel like they need to dress down or they need to dress more seriously because they need to be taken seriously. But I want to explain to women that you only be taken seriously when society changes and men and other women as well start thinking differently.
Yeah. Another problem I think we all girls face, and I'm sure everyone's going to agree to that, is that we often have bad skin and hair days.
Yes.
Well, we have the good ones also,
Yes.
which is like amazing, and I hope that's more for all of us. But I want to know, what do you do like when you're facing a bad skin or a hair day and sort of navigate through that to keep your confidence in check?
So I always get like a zit right before my period.
Me too. That makes two of us.
Yeah, and I think it's like an inflammation. But the one thing I've learned is not to touch it. Because as Indian women or women, we have colored skin, and pigmentation is something, and marks is something that
Normal.
is just normal. So the more you touch it, the more pigmentation will happen, the more marks you'll get. So just don't touch your face. I feel like the important thing is don't pick at it, don't touch it. And that's like the one thing I've learned. Like, it's been a hard lesson, but I've learned that. So I don't touch it, and I just double cleanse, and I use products that are clean, like that I know don't have chemicals or things that are not going to be harmful to me.
Yeah. But then when you do have a day like that and you have to make a public appearance, then how do you sort of go through that?
Get concealer.
You're just like, cover it up.
Cover it up.
But has it ever taken a toll on your confidence, or you've been chill about it?
Just being in the industry since I was 17 years old, I think, eventually you learn to kind of not care.
Yeah.
Because, every day you're getting ready, and every day and once you keep taking care of yourself, and, eventually, it just becomes the norm. And if your hair is like oily or frizzy, you just tie it up.
Yeah, tie on a bun.
Yeah.
So now also tell me one more thing. I want to know, as a mother yourself, what's the advice you'd like to give to moms to be, especially in order to keep their self, confidence and their self-love game on, because your body goes through so many changes, and does acceptance get difficult at that point?
I think you have to really like love yourself in a way where you're just like, this body created a human being. Which man can ever say that?
No one.
And, you just need to make sure that you're constantly having like affirmations where you're like, I'm amazing, I'm great. And, I'll eventually get there. If I exercise, and once you're positive and you start taking care of yourself, the weight starts shedding, and you have to just be exercise and eat healthy, anti-inflammatory foods, no sugar.
Yeah.
And, we don't realize, but bad habits also take a toll on our mental health.
Yeah.
So just have good habits,
What's that one positive change you embraced after motherhood?
The positive change is that I feel more like myself, because I learned to, it was like I was pushed to a point where I had to accept myself, because my whole body changed and my mental makeup changed. And I was like, if I don't accept myself now for what I am and how my body has changed and who I am, it's never going to happen. This is the time that I need to understand. Otherwise, I'm going to go down a dark hole. And so I just had to learn to be okay with who I am and where I am in my life.
Can you ever be prepared for motherhood?
No.
And what's that one misconception of a working mother that you think you can break for all of us today?
That we don't care about our kids and that we care more about our work. It's not true. We care about our children enough to want to work.
And are you somebody who battles mom guilt, or you're like chill about it?
I think everybody, whether you're a stay-at-home mom or a working mom, you'll always be guilty. Whether you're doing a load of laundry or you're cooking in the kitchen or you're doing an interview with someone, there will always be guilt.
I want to ask you, I'm going to pick this up. Is there anything that your mom has passed it on to you in terms of this is what you should do as a mom or not?
My mom just said that it's okay for your baby to fall or fall sick, because all babies do.
Yeah.
And don't be so paranoid.
Do you get paranoid?
I'm paranoid because your baby's so small and so precious. Yeah.
Lastly, before I'm going to let you go, I just want to ask you, what's that one thing that changed for you in terms of fashion, beauty, prepartum and postpartum?
I'm just more careful about the products I use in terms of skincare and beauty products. I like to use things that I know are not going to harm me. Because when I was pregnant, everything that you put on your skin and your body absorbs it. So you don't want it going to the fetus and stuff like that. So I became more particular about things that I was using and putting into my body.
Thank you, Sonam, for your time.
Thank
Lovely
you.
chatting with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.